Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. So today we have another eBay find. This one here is for my buddy. Let's open it up and see what's inside. So it's going to be a process here of cutting this tape. The only thing I've done to this is take off the address and name. So I bet you're wondering what's inside the box. Well, we're about to find out. Ooh. Looks like RC parts. Sorry, trying to concentrate. Got a razor blade in my hand. And no, I'm not in any danger. I'm well away from the blade. Don't get bloody, cut towards your buddy, right? Looks like this guy made a box for it. That's fine. Alright, you ready? Okay, here we go. Wow. Alright, let's get all this extra stuff out of the way. I don't know if this is just packing or if there's something in there. Nice. He taped it all in here pretty good. So he said in the description the tires weren't in the greatest shape, which would be some good street bashers just for running it, checking it out. We're gonna get some new ones for running on the dirt. We're trying to do a backyard track at my buddy's house, so we're gonna get this ready. Let me set this aside. I packed it in pretty good. I like it. Keeping it nice and safe. This traveled to me from Pennsylvania. So, I don't know if the guy gets on YouTube much, but he's an eBay seller, so if you come across this, I don't even know what his name is. It was just an eBay seller, but if you happen to come across this truck and it looks like the one you sold me, thank you very much. It was a decent deal. I mean, it's probably kind of high for this old of a vehicle. These are getting to be kind of scarce. Get off that. In case anybody hasn't figured it out yet, this is the X1 CRT. Alright, let's see. So, I'm gonna pause this, put the box on the floor so we got room to pull this out and look at it. Be right back. Okay, so turns out there is something in this box. Let's see what we got. Nice. I've never seen a setup like that. It must be old style. Yeah, every pipe I've ever messed with, it was built in, solid. I've never actually seen this, but that's the spring holder. Let me zoom in so it'll focus a little better here. So that's what holds it to the back of the engine. Nice. A little chewed up. I think the gaskets would cover that up, but at the same time, I think we're going to end up putting a new engine and an exhaust pipe on it anyways. But nice pipe, cleaned up real nice. I mean, until he ran the shit out of it. Dented up pretty good. But anyways, there's another exhaust pipe for the collection. So thought this here was a pretty nice set of spare parts. Let's see, what did we get? I think this is one of those deals where they put the counter, when you count your laps as you're running on a track. I don't know what they call them. Somebody can comment, let everybody know what this is. I'm pretty sure that's what they use to hold the lap counter. So when you're running on a track, you mount that and then the system picks it up. I'm not for sure, but I think that's what it is. Nice. Bunch of good spare parts, like pretty much a whole diff set. This thing's not zooming in very well, focusing. So it looks brand new, never ran. There's the smaller planet gears that go with it. So it's like a whole, I don't know if this is the center diff or one of the front or rears. I have to look into it. I don't know a whole lot about this. Ooh, even comes with a front bumper. And then just, what are they, bulkhead supports or something. There's a lot of these different parts I don't know all the names to. And then turnbuckle ends. Even got a gasket for the diff. Can't grab it. Slippery. So there's only one of these. I'm assuming he had to buy a new set and replace one. Servo saver for the steering. I think this holds a chassis brace. These are part of the upper A-arms. And then, oh, I've seen these before. Not for sure where these go. But anyways. And then some dog bones. They look brand new. I don't think these have been ran. Nice. This is an old case. Hard snaps. Here we go. Alright. I don't see any branding on this exhaust. I don't know if it got rubbed off or if this is just some sort of aftermarket. It could even be the stock. I don't know. I never seen the stock stuff brand new, so I couldn't say for sure. And being that it is a X1 CRT, it would be an OFNA, or Hong Nor as they call them now. It did not come, well, I'm sorry, it does have an engine on it. I think it's got a bad rod. We'll find out. Zoom back out. Sit still, camera. Yeah, I got a new stand coming. It was just packaging to hold it in place. Ooh, nice. Here we go, jamming X1 CRT. OFNA Racing. Which is, pretty sure now it's just Hong Nor. I don't think there is an OFNA anymore. I think they've been bought out by Hong Nor. So, we knew buying this, it was a the project. We knew it wasn't 100% complete, but it was more complete than what we already had. And some of these parts are getting hard to find. So that was the reason for buying this, was so we could have a more complete system. Nice. Now, I don't think there's much compression. Like you can hear it. Ah. There's no glow plug in there. So, but don't worry, we're gonna tear this thing completely apart, check it all out. Yeah, so it does have both of these and the upgraded aluminum. It's got all 4 of the 17mm wheel hubs. I did order new turnbuckles, and they're silver, not black, but these as well. So I got all 3 sets, the little steering ones, these for the upper air arms, and then these for the rear. Let's see. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is part of an RTR. Yeah, the book itself says RTR on it. So we have another one that I'm working on, but it's getting hard to find parts, like the engine mounts that are down here. These engine mounts, those are almost impossible to find. And the ones that are on the other buggy, they've been cut on. And so, but anyways, yeah, we decided we found one that was in pretty good shape. Fuel tanks, almost impossible to find, but I'll be right back. I did find this guy here. So, still sealed up. I've been waiting to get this Chuggy to open this. Now, from what I could tell from the part numbers and the pictures, this should be the right fuel tank for this. Let's find out. This came all the way from Taiwan. It came from, where's it at? See, I think it's like RC Willpower or something. I don't see the name. This might have been like somebody, like a third-party seller or something. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not seeing the name of the eBay site that I found it on, but literally there was like 2 or 3 of them, and this one was like 25 bucks. I don't remember exactly. And the other ones I found were like 70 bucks. They're really price gouging things that they don't, that there aren't many of anymore. Cool, so yeah. Just so that you guys can see. So one thing that gives these tanks away, it's got the double holes, the mounting holes right there. There we go, you can kind of see it there. And then it's got the double mounting holes there, one's right underneath the tube. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, these are really hard to come by, so if this tank has a good seal to it, we'll actually have 2 of them for this. Excuse me. Most of these parts, it seems like I can find, like the A-arms, the axles, the turnbuckles, most of the stuff. I hadn't really looked for this front bumper. I might have, I don't remember, but... Oh, and of course another one where they got some janky screws in it. Yeah, so the other one that we had, or that we have, had a bunch of ate up screws in it. This one's not quite as bad. That other one had a bunch of these that were ground out because they were stripped. And these things aren't even the right damn size. Hopefully they didn't strip out the holes with like a bigger thread. It's really annoying whenever people tear these things up by putting the wrong hardware in it. But anyways, it's just going to be a fun... it's going to be a track racer, just on like a backyard track. But I've already told the guy we don't want to get too crazy with it because it's hard to find parts for it. So it's just going to be something for fun. I think eventually he's going to end up getting like a more modern buggy that we can find parts for. Because, I mean, you know things are going to break. But again, as long as the engine mounts don't break, as long as the fuel tank don't break, those are the hardest things to find for this. But this one, this is mostly complete. I'm going to say it's pretty much complete compared to the other one that I just tried to clean up for the guy. And I think the other one, I've got it over here in a box. I think it was the racer. It's got like the tan colored chassis, and like I have to look through this book to see what it says that this chassis is. I don't know if it's the 775 or the 6061 aluminum. But that was part of the reason we started looking. Here, I'll get this other one and show you. Give me a sec. Alright, sorry. So, this here's that tan colored. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming this was more of a racer's version. But the guy that had this, he had a Savage, one of the older. It's purple. I'm not sure if it's the 4.6 or the older 21. I'd have to look at it. But it's set so low, he cut this out because the back plate for the pull start, just so it would sit there. And I was like, "What? You just ruined perfectly good chassis." Which, I mean, it'll still work. Other than that, it's in decent shape. We'll use it as a backup. But you can see, he kept stripping out screws and had to grind them out. Like half these screws I took out with a flathead screwdriver, and every bit of hardware that came out of this I threw away. And there's 3 screws in here. I need to heat them up, see if I can get them out. But they stripped on me, so even with a good MIP set, it just started slipping in them. So I'm gonna have to use a different tool to get them out. But anyways, so that's the old chassis, and that's kind of what brought us to this. Was looking for a new chassis for it, and I mean, I found one that I wasn't even for sure if they even had it. I mean, it listed for like $115. I'm like, man, at that price, we might as well just try to find something that's a little more complete. They had a really good one that had the same color chassis, same color shock towers. And again, like I said, I think that they're the race version. But after shipping it was like $400. And I mean, at that point, is it worth spending that much money on a vintage RC that is hard to find parts for? I don't know. It was really clean. It might even still be sitting on eBay. I don't know. But probably going to see about changing out this wing, putting a more modern wing on it. That's a little old, janky looking. I don't know if he wants to keep it stock or if he wants to soup it up a little. I mean, I think it's cool when people keep things stock, but at the same time, I don't keep hardly any of my stuff stock. I like good electronics. I like good engines. Anything that will, that you can do to make it a little more reliable, a little stronger, especially in the electronics department. Like, I don't like these old school AM transmitters, receivers. I just don't. With the crystal and all that, I'm just not a fan. And it doesn't look like this one came with a controller. I couldn't remember if it was supposed to or not. I know that it wasn't 100% like ready. So I mean, I'm not going to complain. Oh. I'll go get my tools, see if I can get the wheels on here. I'll get the wheels and body on it, give you a nice in shot of what it looks like and what it's possibly going to look like. But we're looking into a couple options for an engine. I mean, these Offnet 28s I hear pretty good. If I can find a connecting rod for it, probably keep it as a backup. Oh, cool! I didn't know that. It's a roto start. See if I can get in there. There you go. See it right there. Roto start. So we'll just have to see what all works and what doesn't. Like I said, there's no glow plug in it, so kind of hard to tell what the compression's like on it. Let's see, it's got a JP1, a jammin' JP1 exhaust on it. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. No, I don't feel any major dents in it like that other one. So I'll probably talk him into keeping this on whatever it is that he uses, just because these I hear pretty good exhausts. I know there's some other ones we could probably get some more power out of, but man, you try and put too much power through this old thing, you're just gonna be breaking stuff that we can't find. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, nice! It's got a vented clutch bell on it. I don't know what kind of shoes. I'll take this apart and do another video at some point. This here is just kind of like a unboxing of an eBay find. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna get the tires and body on it just to give you a good shot of it, and then we'll end this video. So I'll be right back. All right, so these are running pretty good. Doesn't look like there's any kind of direction with these. They're just... Oh, and these deep rims are so hard to get the 17 millimeter nut on here. Of course. Just deep enough. I don't really care much for these old style wheels. These real deep ones. I mean, it fits in there, but man, they're a pain in the butt. But like I said, these wheels are good for just for bashing and tearing up some wheels, I don't feel any major flat spots in them, so we should be able to just get some, some ripping, some good ripping out of them. I don't expect any kind of performance or nothing, of course. I'm not that naive. Haven't really put much thought into what kind of wheels we're gonna replace them with, but I mean, probably just some more modern. Damn it! Some more modern truggy style wheels. They're the newer style, narrow ones. Of course, as everybody knows, are a lot lighter, so better for performance, but better handling. Like, these things are so big and heavy. Damn it! That's another reason I hate these stupid things. Are you on there? Oh, you are such a pain in the ass. And if I put it in here and try to start it, I don't know, maybe it'll reach. I don't think it's gonna reach. But I mean, these hubs look fairly new. Pretty good shape. It's like no matter what I do, I can't get it on there straight. Oh my God. Just want to show everybody what it looks like with them on there. Alright, I'm going to try this a different way, so just bear with me for a sec. Haven't been editing any of my videos lately, so if you guys want to skip ahead, go right ahead. So there's that. I had to cheat a little, but I got it. Yeah, compared to the other one that I've been trying to work on and start trying to fix up, this one's in really good shape and mostly pretty clean. Like, this is about what I'd expect an RC to look like. That other one, I mean, it was just covered in crud. I mean, it looked like they just never cleaned it, whoever got it from. But, like I said, I think this turned out to be a decent deal. Alright, so I'm going to have to cheat again. I think that tire's got a little bit of a flat spot in it. Maybe we'll run it out whenever we put an engine on it and get it going. Again, just gonna be for bashing purposes. Sorry guys, not much to see anyways. I'm starting to wonder how I got that first one on. Some of these others I've been able to get on without cheating. Alright, wheels are on. If you're wondering what I mean by cheating, I had to stick a screwdriver in there to get the flat spot of the nut and then spin it. Because it was just spinning in my finger, I couldn't get it to sit still. Come on. I got a new camera and phone holder coming, so I'll solve this problem. Trying to talk this guy into getting something else to run on the track and just using this to kind of drive around a little bit with, you know, but mostly just have as a good looking old original. I mean, this is probably one of the first truggies that came out when they actually started making the truggies. So I guess in the beginning, it's kind of before I got into RCs, but they were basically taking monster trucks and fixing up the suspension, putting new bodies on them, mounting a wing to it, lowering them, making them track ready, and then companies actually started making truggies. Some of you older guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's how it kind of began. But this, to my knowledge, is one of the early ones. Got that engine tucked in there, you can't even see it. But it does get nice airflow, and you can get to the tank. So hard to fill some of these things up with the body on though. But anyways, so yeah, there's my next project. Unfortunately, it's not mine. I wouldn't mind having one of these, but man, it's just so hard to find parts for some of these older ones. I'm afraid I'd just tear it up. I mean, like my Low C8 buggy, that one's even kind of hard to find parts for, but I just drive it around on the streets. So, you know, for messing around on a track, you need something more modern where, you know, if you do break it, the parts are readily available. But yeah, I'm actually kind of excited about this. Can't wait to tear into it, see what kind of shape it's in. I mean, for the most part, everything on it moves like it's supposed to. I'm not gonna turn it on and see if the servos work tonight. I will check that out later. But yeah, everybody, let me know what you think. It's even got breather holes there in the front. Nice. Let me know in the comments what you think, and stay tuned, because I'm gonna make it look good, and it's gonna be a nice old, well, what's the word, vintage truggy we're gonna have some fun with. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.